Nadia Savchenko, who became a symbol of resistance against Russia, is back in Ukraine, greeted as a hero in Kiev by her supporters and family.
The first thing I want to tell you is that I am free. I want to ask for forgiveness from mothers whose children did not return from the fronts of anti-terrorist operations, because I am still alive. I want to ask for forgiveness from mothers whose children are in captivity, because I am free.
Nadia Savchenko was sentenced to 22 years in jail by a Russian court in March for her alleged involvement in the deaths of 2 Russian journalists in eastern Ukraine in 2014. She denies all charges against her. Ukraine and the West had repeatedly called for Savchenko's release, and a prisoner exchange had been anticipated.
Russian authorities are just trying to find a way how to reconcile with the West. And let me just remind you that this decision was taken days before a G7 summit in Hiroshima, where world leaders obviously would recall the question of Russia and will decide what to do with Moscow.
2 Russian nationals swapped for Savchenko are now back in Russia. Yevgeny Yerofeyev and Alexander Alexandrov were sentenced in Ukraine to 14 years in jail last month after being found guilty of terrorist activities. Kiev says they are members of Russian military intelligence. Moscow denies they were on active duty when they were captured by Ukraine's forces. The trial of Nadezhda Savchenko received a lot of international attention. While in Russian jail, she was elected in absence to Ukraine's parliament and the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe. Her release is likely to ease tensions between Russia and the West, just a few weeks before the European Union decides whether to extend sanctions against Russia. Julia Lyubova, CCTV, Moscow.